Good evening. Thank you for coming to the Wednesday witching hour. Nobody knows whether it starts at 11 or 11:30. It's been 11:30, so I could go after Gina, but that hasn't been working out because life is getting in the way. So all of our prayers, any excess healing energies that we garner and gain through this go to Gina and her boy Kane. Let's get that boy home where he belongs. Get Gina back on the internet where I like her. Okay. But yeah, man, let's go. Let's do this. I was just fighting with the internet so that I can have two me's on StreamYard at the same time. And now that I accept all their cookies because you have to. They don't they try to run it through the camera that I set up. So now I'm gonna restart that camera and hopefully my earbuds don't connect to this camera while I do it and cause me not to be able to hear. So AV goods. All right. Jeff Kane, at least something is coming out for Mikey today. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Let's go. Hey, here we are. All right. All right. I think you guys get to watch the whole thing. Here we go. And this. Oh, wait. No. Just because of the tank I picked, I already have the. I'm hearing my own voice, which is making me run. So let's go. Sat on something. Okay. So when I talk about going to hear myself, yeah, sounds like it. Is that still the case? Yep. Great. Hmm. Can anyone hear me? Am I back? All right. For Christ's sake. So between having the camera up and then coming on another device on another camera, it either puts me backstage and I have to run everything from uh so I have to run everything from the have to run everything from the phone, which I'm using to photograph a tank, or it won't let me sign in, or it does let me sign in, and then the browser disconnects my audio and camera. So something in the widgets there is not working the same as it did before. Have all sorts of things in the background helping me, and I have no idea how to turn them on and off. And that's my story. Let's see. Last week, I ran over my 15 gigabytes of space on Google Photos, so that is tied to everything else Google. So Google just turned off my email for a week so that they could get $20 from me. Basically, that's what they want, and I threw out a bunch of old videos and stuff like that. I may end up giving them money, but just turn my email off, guy. That's great. It's perfect. So, First Class Fish, welcome in. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for entertaining yourselves for about 30 minutes while I found out how to internet. I still don't know, but it seems to be working now. That's true. I have been having this problem quite a bit. Wouldn't be an NLA stream without an audio dropout. Debs, hi. Gabriel's, Vinansky. Everybody's here. Latoya. So yeah, man. Lots of sirens today in the city. I don't know what's going on. One was an ambulance. So lots of emergencies. I'm okay though. Fish room's all right. See if we can't get these guys to eat something. Ooh, what do we have from the goodie pouch? I've got a bag of fishy treats. Let's see. There's a bunch of small things of pellets. Nello pellets. What's this one? Looking for the sickly ones. Try it out. A little Sinklin tablet. I mean, who doesn't love a good ciclet tablet every now and then, right? Drop them right in front. See what happens. It's not their usual stuff, so they're not sure. They're going to let the first guy. Okay. They've all been told it's good now. So yeah, this is one of my best looking tanks right now, guys. One of the reasons why I chose it. There's probably a reason why you only see four tanks over and over again. uh, I was listening to Dan's stream tonight. Dan was talking about how he used to play in the creek and look at all the bugs and stuff like that. Like I did that too, but I just like played with my GI Joes and like made like extensive like mud pits and stuff like that. I wasn't paying too much attention to the bugs. Um, I've been doing this for significantly less time. Like I think I'm going to say 5 years for like the rest of my life. It might be longer than that, but I think it's about five. But I'm loving it. Loving you guys. So, but I mean, like honestly, I've been doing water changes, and that's about it for a long time now. But I have been clearing out some things and moving some fish around, mailing out a bunch of plants, so that has altered the tanks in a way. So some of them are coming together. One of the things that I wanted to do was to get a pen and write down who I need to mail stuff to in the next, like, well, basically before Thanksgiving. I don't think I want to ship cold weather all year type of thing. I want to do spring and fall. So I want to get those packages lined up and out. That's right. That's right. Mr. Jeff Kane, another person lapping me constantly in his hobby, putting in the work. Hey man, congratulations. Not everybody can do it. Takes one of those people that can't do it to tell you that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, I'm fine. I'm a little discombobulated of late, like in my head, but the fish bring me joy, and that's really what it's about. And it's about getting those moments of peace throughout the day, stuff like that. Turmoil's not bad. Turmoil brings change. You know what I mean? Like these are all good things. But yeah, man, interesting times. Rib Rib needs meat. Yeah, buddy. I had bacon today. It was good. I made I guess the theme was Korean. So it was Korean beef. It was ground beef, and I mixed it with rice. Pretty much like my hot meat rice dishes, stuff like that. Those are filling. So I ate that tonight, and I'll probably see it a couple times this weekend. Yes, sir, Jeff Kane. I know I can, but it's the like anything other than just basic water changes and feeding the fish, like straight up, man. Like it takes a lot of talking about it and not much doing it. You know what I mean? So I'll get there. You know what I mean? Like I gotta gain some momentum. I'm basically like starting from a slow walk. You know what I mean? Like it's a journey, but you know I just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Uh, the fish continually inspire me to do better. So that's always good. And I've been real lucky, and I attribute a lot of it to like staying on top of water changes. Like I'm never more than 3 weeks out. I try to do it every week, but it's definitely happening every couple of weeks. But man, what a good time. I love the sharing streams and this community aspect. I would say I'm definitely better at that part. I mean, you guys know I get around all the streams. I mean, definitely everybody here I've been chilling with for a while. Yeah, I've had these for a few years now, and they've moved tanks a couple times. I lost one the last time. I also lost an angel, so they were in the same bucket. So I figured that it could have just been stress, or uh, one of the Corys might have popped off. I don't know whether these are the ones that do that or not, but my pepper Corys. But yeah, we lost the angel and one of these guys, moving them from the 40 breeder over to smaller tanks. And these guys have done well. They've laid some eggs. They've had some babies. A couple have survived. There's an albino running around that trips me out. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that to happen, but I believe I sourced these at Aquahuna, and this was back when I was cutting my teeth, like eating up all the co-op vid, all the old fish talk live streams and stuff like that. You know, just gaining fish knowledge. You know what I mean? Like being in it. Um, this type of fish was recommended to me by the skipper. He was like, "This is what you should do," because I was like, "I want some Corys," and I've been really happy with these guys. I've also got some Caney Corydoras. I was able to pick up one at Aquashella this past year, and it was the only one that they had. So I'll be getting back with armored cats when they get those in again. I think that's where I got them the first time too. So, but yeah, no, these Corys have brought me lots of joy. And that onion plant is in front of that Anubias, and then that is just some Java moss that maybe has all the little frills like taken off of it. It's real sticky looking right now. That is over to the left side of the tank there. And I've got, I think there's a pleco cave in here. Probably need to get that out of there. Or put some plecos in here. I probably won't. I'll probably just remove that thing. Um, but these guys are super skittish, but they have been less skittish lately when I've been in the fish room, and I think it's because they were hungry. So it's been before feeding, and they know that that's coming up. So they've been hanging out a little bit more. But yeah, they bring me a lot of joy. So yeah, this is a 20-gallon long on end that we're looking at, and I moved the light all the way back, and then I put a small light that would go on a 10-gallon tank just across the top of it, just so I could light the foreground right here. so that we could see some depth on the tank. And I think it actually came out pretty nice. Um, might try a different lighting setup. I've got a light that'll fit on a 20-gallon long, but the light doesn't cover from end to end. And I might try that on this tank. It's actually on the tank that's below it right now. The one with the sandstone in it that Cleo was in. Rib, I want a barbecue meat platter, and I'm in the land of barbecue meat platters. It needs to happen. I think I'm going to do that one day. I think I'm going to try to pick up some barbecue before I go into work. This next month, I'm going to pick up 2 shifts a week for the first 3 weeks, and then I'll just work my normal weekend over Thanksgiving. But I'll be working 60-hour weeks, so come see how I fare when I actually have to work some long hours and stuff. When it stops being fun and starts becoming a little bit of effort, see how I fare. See whether I'm as chipper as I am right now. We'll see how it goes. I'll definitely be needing your support, but also, you know, just checking in. So I'll have Tuesdays and Wednesdays off. So I'll still have time to take care of my fish room and rest and recover, and then go do 5 more days. But it's a it's a good life, hanging out. You know what I mean? Like watching movies, music. You don't get to choose. You don't get to choose the movie as often as you would like when you're at work. But I don't know, man. I've seen some real good ones. So let me take this coffee in the other into the fish room. The goldfish just reminded me that they have not been fed. I did not make eye contact. They're already mad enough. Let's do this. I'm back. All right. So let's write this down. Um, so, Mr. Templeton, you need swordtails. Jeff Kane needs swordtails. Doc Awesome wanted swordtails. Uh, George RB3, I believe he wanted Moscow females. Gabriel's glass box is the Haichu Drek. What's that? All right. See you Friday, buddy. Yes, sir. You wanted some swordtails. Was that correct? And we don't have to mail them anytime soon. Well, soon-ish, before Thanksgiving. Is that pushing you too hard? Are you going to be the first person I send a heat pack to? I don't know. I'm willing. I'm willing to do it. You know what I mean? Spider Lady Kim. Hello. Oh, okay. Josh. Hey, man. My swordtails are 79. Wait, 76 and 79, like right now, and they're doing fine. And I don't think that they would do poorly before you start getting below 70. You know what I mean? Like, so that might be all right. Okay, so Empire Dirt is so Jeff is ready. Okay, and Josh, you'll be ready before then, so that's good. Doc Awesome, I publicly rebuked him when he asked for them, so now I kind of feel bad and I need some. Um, uh, I might make him wait until the spring, honestly. And George RB3 wanted Moscow females, and uh, oh, I was going to send plants to Fishy Biz. He needs plants. If any of my easy plants can get growing for him, I'm going to give him like two or three, have him put them in different tanks, and if it takes off, then like you know what I mean. Like he could have like tiger val and spiral val, guppy grass. I think I have some living Java moss I can give him a piece of, some Swiswasser tang. You know what I mean? Like these easy plants and stuff like that. And then he can be like thinning out the tanks and maybe thinning out some of those plants, and then they don't have to. Uh, then they can build tanks at the end of the year when he sends the kids home with fish. So wanted to help him with that. So let them grow over Christmas will probably be great for that spring class. So Fishy Biz needs plants. Okay. I think that is all of my requirements right now. Juanita, if you're out there, I hope you're doing well, sister. I haven't been able to keep up with her very well. And of course, I sent her an email that may or may not have gone out to her because I'm being held hostage uh, by the Google police. The Hate Shoe Crew. I love it. Okay, Jeff. Okay, good. Unfortunately, I mailed her some fish, and I don't know whether they got taken care of or uh, June wants my live heart. Aww. Well, you can't have it, you crone. Get back. Stop trying to steal my heart. Jeez. She's coming on strong, ladies and gents. Your Swazzer tank should arrive on Saturday, I think, June. I couldn't fit anything else in the box. So it's just a Swasser tank. That last one was me telling you that I would get you some plants because you were having trouble with plants and the winnings. So June, I really need your heart not to be broken by the fact that you get Swasser tang and then like twice as much like other plants. That was like two things like rolled into one. So uh, yeah, okay, you can see the albino Corey out there. Yeah, man, just appeared one day. Like I don't have any albino cories, but I have one now. Found him last February, growing pretty well. It's a long fin too, so it's pretty neat. Um, I have no plans to like raise albinos or anything like that, but I'm just gonna let them stay in the tank. Jeff, I might be willing to send you this albino, um, but he's a peppercorn albino, so I don't know what he would throw if you put him with anything. But I know that you're getting some albinos, and now that I look, like this guy's got pigment in his eyes and everything, so he's not like a true albino. He's got color in his eyes, so he's not actually a true albino. But he's a hoot, I'll tell you that. I'm loving him. But yeah, Jeff, if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know. Yeah, you need it for your wall divider. I know, like you're like building this like great thing, Gene. I'm like, I'm so excited about it. I mean, like, I just think it would look really cool. Leucistic, however you spell it. Yeah, there you go, Jeff. Yeah, the eyes are black, and there's a ring around the eye that is pale, but it's like yellow. Yeah, but it's not that red eye type thing. Tearing up these snails, yo. Okay. Oh, it's June. Cracking the whip in front of the Fajaka tank. Yeah, it's true, June, but I really feel like my goldfish are looking me in the eye. You know what I mean? When I'm withholding the food, or they feel like I'm withholding the food. So yeah, I wanted to get that done. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. If I'm missing anything else, I'll find out. So yeah, if your email gets kicked back to you, I'm sorry. I believe I've already fixed it, and for a mere $1.99 a month, I can have 100 gigabytes, which is a lot more than 15. And I think that it might be easier for working with video and stuff like that if I take a picture with my phone, if it automatically updated my pictures so that then I can have them access them from my whatchamacallit, my iPad here. That would be handy. And if I get a laptop, which I keep threatening to do, um, I'd be able to access it there too. Um, but you have to pay. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure that I like it on principle. It's not that I don't have the money. They're not asking for a lot, but it's the principle of the thing. Oh, I thank you, Craig. They're doing lovely. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to get that done. And then what was the other thing? Let me think. Take a sip of coffee. Let's look at the chat. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, I will, buddy. And yeah, I'll reach out to you on the facing book. Right? You know, June, I had a girlfriend back in the day, and she rescued a little black cat that she found. And you know how when you find an abandoned baby kitten and stuff like that, they're like covered in fleas, they're dehydrated, they're all messed up. You know what I mean? And then like they perk up a little bit after, but because of that traumatic experience, those cats can sometimes be not awesome. And you're in your 20s, the cat lives in your apartment and stuff like that. It's pretty wild. Um, but like that cat would just pee all over everything, just mark everything. It's the real feral male. You know what I mean? And he peed on her laptop and like destroyed it. And I just remember because like we were in our 20s and stuff like that. So like getting another laptop wasn't just, like oh, that's no problem. We'll just get another laptop, because we have good paying jobs. We didn't. Uh, so it took a while to get the laptop back. And like, I just remember that cat peeing on it. It's a wild story of wilder times in my life. I believe that I am much happier here. I know I remember a lot more. I'm happier. I'm happier here, isolated in my garage in my night schedule. You know what I mean? Like it's an experiment to like make me a different person, and it's working. Um, but yeah, I'm settled in real well. I just don't have a lot of gumption to like get anything done. But it's not necessarily a problem. I believe that my purpose might not be to like be getting things done. You know what I mean? Like that might be somebody else's job. You know what I mean? Like somebody else go get stuff done. You know what I mean? I'll be here. I'll watch. But one thing I did want to talk about with all of you guys, and feel free to feel free to mention it when speaking with others in the community. If you have ever thought about doing a weekly live stream, uh, talking about your fish room and hanging out with some fish people and things like that, I just want to tell you, I feel like in some ways the schedule is more open than it ever has been. I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff going on. I know that people are busy, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But I feel like there's a lot of room out there, and when I'm cruising the internets looking for somewhere to be and somewhere to say hi to people, there isn't anything on. So feel free to let me know of great live streams that you guys are watching that you never see me in that are in the evening hours in the US, because I could be missing some. Not very well could be happening, but also I just feel like there's a lot of room. So if anybody's just thought about doing it, and feels like doing it, I say now is the time to fire it up. There's lots of room out there, and I want to see what's in your tank. You know what I mean? So I mean, like it's I say this for selfish reasons mostly. So it's just from my perspective. Only Oscar says my son sent me a picture of a fish he bought. He's hooked now. Oh, June. I mean, surely he knows the trouble that he's in for. You know what I mean? It's like, like your parent being a heavy drinker. You know what I mean? And then you start finding out that you really like bourbon and you're trying a bunch of different kinds of bourbon. You know what I mean? You're just like, surely you know, right? You know what I mean? Like the the addiction runs deep. I mean, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, but of course, June, you know what I mean? Like even if you didn't enable him in some way, you know what I mean? Like he would have ended up there anyway, right? So I mean, like it's not like there's any blame, you know what I mean? And like honestly, I welcome him like a brother, you know what I mean? Like it's happening. Yeah, show us your tanks. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like I was having such a blast like earlier, man. Jeff, you were just showing all your tanks and what you got going on. I think it's freaking cool, man. Like you've got as many tanks right now as I have. And then like your end goal is to like twice. And I personally think that's awesome. And I'm gonna continue to work with what I've got here. And like I said, like I'm doing basically the bare minimum. And I wiped down the fronts of all of my tanks tonight. Because I hadn't done it in a while and they were all water spotted and everything, and I noticed it. So, but I mean, I'm just doing the bare minimum in here. Like, I am definitely like, like I'm definitely like feeling like this is enough. You know what I mean? For now. I mean, sure, I'm probably still going to be adding tanks and stuff like that, but I mean, like, I'm not planning out a whole nother rack just yet. You know what I mean? Like now I've had things for a while actually having to like manage some populations, but then other populations have not done well. Like I think I might be out of the mystery snail game for a minute, and I have to get the ramshorn snails under control in that tank. They they definitely flipped it, got to the tipping point, and all of the adults died in about a month's time. And there's a few babies in there, but they can't compete with the compete with the ramshorn snails. So kind of sad. And the other thing is I have one rice fish left, and I don't know what happened with them. All I can think is the tank parameters may have gone a little bit awry, or they just crowded out, and because they never had babies, they were just aging out. But feel like they should live longer than they did. But I feel like they were adults when I got them, so they might have timed out. Depending on how old they were when I got them, they might have timed out at like 5 years or something like that. Oh, so your end goal is 300 tanks. That requires an expansion or a divorce. Yeah, 300. Yeah, man. I mean, like you at least need to like renegotiate your like contract, your marriage contract that you have. You know what I mean? It's just like that's a pretty major change. You know what I mean? Like you should you should offer the other party. It's like, okay, this is what I'm trying to do, and this is my vision. Are you in or out? You know what I mean? Because I know you didn't see this coming. I didn't really see this coming, but you know what I mean? Like, but if you're out, I understand. You know what I mean? Like, you can't force somebody on that journey. That is for sure. That yeah, it's the only right thing to do. But with the fish room as good looking as that, it's like personally, I wouldn't understand why you wouldn't want that as well. So like I can't even begin. Yeah, as long as I don't bring anything more into the house, I think I'm pretty good. Uh Now that I have my fish room out here, I think it was my wife's way of being like, yeah, man, just do whatever you want in there, and I can shut the door on it and it'll be fine. But I don't know. She's the hobby's growing on her as well, slowly but surely. You know what I mean? Like she definitely makes sure that the fish get fed, and she alerts me to things that are awry. So it's always good to have more eyes on everything. Okay, yeah, all right. So she did know because you guys ran a pet store together and almost bought a store way back when you first started dating. Right on. So she knew this was a deal. I'm running, I want to say 27, and I'm including two ponds, 200-gallon totes that are in the backyard. Because I got 10, 12, 14, 15, 15 plus 8 is 23, 23 plus 5 is 28. There's 28 tanks up. Wait, I might have 30. I don't know whether I counted the two tanks inside or not. So I might, I don't know, 29? 29. That's how many I'm running. And Jeff said that he was like at 26 or 27 or something like that. Um, as of today. Well, Lifetime Aquatics, don't even worry about it, man. Like, yeah, dude, you're in an apartment. You know what I mean? Like, that's gonna slow you down a little bit. What I'm in my garage, right? So there's the door to the garage. Here's a couple of tanks sitting on top of an old TV. And then I've got a rack of five. A rack of five. There's a couple small tanks there. And then I got this monstrosity behind me. There's 5 gallons on, wait, 10 gallons on the top. Those are 20s. Those are 20 longs. And then I got a 20 long down on the bottom here as well. Then I've got a 75 in the house and a 20-gallon underneath it and two ponds outside. So yeah, having a house helps uh, because it's bigger than an apartment. Now, my house isn't much bigger than um, some apartments because I want to say, not counting the garage, my house is like 1,100 square feet, maybe 14, like 1,400 square feet, something like that. But I've got a covered porch on the back, that's pretty large, that I have those two totes on. And then my garage is roughly finished out. It's got sheetrock on it. Um, and I had insulation added to it. And then I got this Mr. Cool unit, which is making some noise and dripping condensation. So might need to have a guy see about that. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with the playground I've got, and honestly, don't feel like I'm giving it my all. Like I could be doing better at spending time in here and time with the fish and like with the plants and like making the tanks look nicer and things like that. Like I'm not really doing that. They're very natural looking, which is nice. But I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm ready for more tanks. Like I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of taking care of the tanks that I've got, and yeah, I've only added, and like I'm kind of like at a little bit of a plateau right now, and I'm scared for that next level because like I'm not doing the work that I would like to do. You know what I mean? Everybody knows what I. Lake Land's got a ladder. Um, Jeff, I'm a 300-pound dude, and I am rocking the Step Right. I believe it's a Rubbermaid product. Nope, it says it's by Werner. I don't, but it's just your standard step stool. And with that, you can see I can get up here and I can lean and look. I can go up on my toes and like look over and stuff like that. But I could definitely look through the front of the tank and reach in still and do everything that I need to do. So I like the step stool and the fact that it folds and can become this thin and then like stuck somewhere like on the end of the thing. So that's what I like. Yeah, yeah, Jeff. I mean, I hope so too. But my goldfish most definitely are my favorites thus far, um, that I see every day. I keep wanting to do something different with that tank, but I don't want to move them anywhere. I like my angels a whole lot. Um, those peppercorns are pretty special, but my favorite tank fish that I look at constantly are these guys right here. Got them in a 75-gallon. They want to be fed real bad. So we're going to do that real quick. Sorry for all the motion. We'll put this in there, and then So yeah, they're pretty happy. They're big too. Like that's my hand, and that's a junior. That's Cleo, the latest addition to the tank. Peaches and Phineas. So yeah, that's my favorite tank for sure. I have not bred them. I'm not interested in trying to find a buyer for common goldfish. Um, one of those goldfish that's in there is from nextdaykoi.com. I bought two. They don't stay the same color as when you buy them. Um, but you could see pictures of the individual fish before you bought them, and I thought that was cool, like you would a koi. You know what I mean? But the koi like hold their coloration, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, like a lot longer, um, and stuff like that. The different types, and with the goldfish, it's not exactly the same. But had one that turned very pale yellow. His name was Cream. He died in a filtration fiasco in there. And then I just got that FX6 and got it set up again recently, and the tank is looking really good and happy again. But yeah, no, I love those. Those are my common goldfish. I don't. I like the carp body. I don't. The split tails are kind of fun and stuff like that, but I don't like the misshapen body of the fancier goldfish and things like that as much. I've got a soft spot for those black moors, though. Maybe one day. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not into. Um, but a similar situation is those angels that I have. I think that I would like to breed them once, but also like when you breed angels, like you end up with so many babies, and many of them might not be the exact type that you're looking for and stuff like that. Like I'm not interested in having that many fish on hand and trying to find homes for them. Like I don't want 150 of anything. Well, I mean, if it was a very small fish, like I would want 150, like in a larger tank. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. That would be cool to look at. But I don't want to. I don't want to have 150 extra fish. Is what I'm saying. And common goldfish are very easy to get. And yeah, two of those fish that were in that tank are common goldfish, like for sale, less than $1. You know what I mean? Like, and they grow big. So that's really nice. Oh, awesome, Jeff. Not right now, but the Shabunkins are sweet, and those are also a natural carp body. You know what I mean? Like, there's no like split fin there or anything like that. I really love the look of them. I like the that kind of piebald look that having all the pigments, the white, black, and yellow slash orange. You know what I mean? Like all of those represented. Um, uh, that what calico, right? A lot of times they're called calico. Yeah. So I just want to be kind of like, uh, I kind of want to, when I have success in my fish room and stuff like that, be able to move on my successes and stuff like that. And I think that's the level that I want to be at as far as like fish breeding goes and stuff like that. Like I would do like an angel project and I wouldn't like do them like a million times and like be like, okay, I'm moving 600 angels a week, a month. I don't ever see that happening for me at this level. I just want to, you know what I mean, like share my fish with my friends and stuff like that here on the internet and stuff like that. I don't want to have to actually advertise or, I mean, you can open an online, like it would be like an online store, and I guess it would just be, I guess I would open it and close it as I was moving fish about. I don't know. I don't know where it's going. Hello, Mexicali. Mexicali, freaking naming everybody in the room. All right. Thank you, sir. Good to know. Let me see if I missed anybody. So, Lifetime Aquatics, have we actually met before? Your name feels kind of new to me tonight, but I'm sure we've seen each other around the streams and whatnot. I'm glad that you're here. As you can see, everybody here is cool, man. Having a good time because I have a poor memory. So never ever be offended by me not remembering you or anything like that. Uh, the part is on me totally. You know what I mean? But I do not mean offense by it. I just hang on loosely and don't let go. Stephen P. 2003 showing up saying hello. But the auctions have been really all right with the size and amount of fish that I have, fish and plants that I have for sale and stuff like that. That has been plenty to help me move on. And those red tails, I like I said, I shipped what 30 a piece to people, and like I said, I haven't had a bad shipment yet. I think that the only one that could have been lost was Juanita's shipment, but poor Juanita had a freaking like health emergency and ended up in the hospital yet. You know what I mean? So like that's nobody's fault. And Juanita's health comes before anything, and they were guppies. I'll have more. I'll have more guppies. They're growing up as we speak. You know what I mean? So we'll try again in the spring. You know what I mean? Like whatever it takes to get Juanita her fish. Debbie, Debbie Debs, you getting ready for work, girl? Yeah, calico or tricolor. That's right. Yeah, well, hey, Lifetime Aquatics. I'm glad you're typing now. You know what I mean? Like it's fun. Yeah, hey, type when you want to. Yeah, I've been in lots of streams and not said anything just because I can't pay attention to the chat. I won't be looking at the screen as often and will be like doing something and I'll be listening to it uh, quite a bit. Yeah, June, like you need to get a you need to get a utility belt like Batman and like have like all your tools on it and stuff like that. And then like, you just put it on. You just put it on when you're messing around in the fish room. You can take it off and set it next to you during your smoke breaks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 12:30 in the AM. It's now Thursday, October 24th, here in the Central Texas region. It's a new day. I'm glad we're all here together. Yeah, more than one fish room. You need a utility belt for each room. Yeah, I was looking at some pen lights and things like that. I went down a couple rabbit holes. I never pulled the trigger on anything, but I'm looking for flashlights that are adjustable so that I can have them not as bright, so that I can use them to like shine into dark places in the tank and stuff like that. But also, I can use them when the lights are off in the fish room and actually check out the goings on and what's going on in the tanks while I like I'd like that to be a little bit of a softer light so that I can see, but I don't need the fish to be feeling like they're having an extraterrestrial abduction experience. You know what I mean? Like I want to look in there, but I don't want to be like disturbing the fish with how bright the light is. Hello, Boots Cats. Welcome, welcome. Another face that I missed at the clash, but I'm glad that you're doing all right, girl. I look forward to seeing you at the future at any fish event, honestly. So hopefully we're at the same place and time sometime sooner than later. With you, you're cool people. So Jeff, the more coffee time. Jeff, the Milwaukee pin lights that you're talking about. What are we looking at? Look, Lashonda. Oh, Latoya, I will never forget you. You're my you're my class bestie. I enjoyed coming down. I enjoyed coming down and sitting in your booth. I didn't have a table in the vendor room. I just co-opted yours just to sit there. I look like I was in charge of something, but I'm not. Mr. Fathom. Use one of the Milwaukee lights. LED, but very true color with a slight warm tint. Nice. Hi, Josh. Yeah, Fathom. Yeah, I was looking at flashlights, but all flashlights are trying to like be the brightest. You know what I mean? It's just like the brightest we can be. I quickly ended up looking at pen lights, and that seemed a little bit better because yeah, I want to be able to see like inside the tank or be able to like when it's dark when the lights aren't on in it. But I don't need it to be like the sun. Just because we can doesn't mean that we should. You know what I mean? And like the flashlight industry, it's just like, no, man, the only flashlights that sell are the brightest ones. It's just like, look, we're not all going camping. You know what I mean? Like the only use for flashlights is not it's not blackouts and camping. You know what I mean? Like there's some other uses for them where we don't need them to be so bright. Yeah, Fathom. Okay, so yeah, the Milwaukee pin light. I'm excited about that. Yeah, that's true too. And I don't I prefer like the blue spectrum, like that's the shop lights that I use. Rather than the yellower, but it doesn't when I'm looking in the fish tanks with a flashlight, it's okay if it's a yellowish glow. Um I can take that into account with my assessment for like not being accurate. Like my fish aren't jaundiced. This is a yellow light. I'm okay with that. But that Milwaukee is sounding better and better. It's supposed to have accurate color. I like that. That's fun. Because there's times that I'm up and the lights in the garage aren't on yet, and I don't want to like go in there and turn on all the lights and like mess with their schedule as much. I mean, I will if that's what I'm going to do, and I usually do that like twice a week. Like when they shut off, I turn them back on because I'm in the middle of water changes or something like that. So they'll go long, a couple days a week. But it takes me forever to get the gumption to actually do what I need to be doing. Dang, these guys are all swimming midstream and everything, dude. I couldn't ask them to be performing better than they are right now. These are some good peppercorns right here. Yeah, only Oscars is asking, is it the 100 lumen? See, 100 sounds manageable, you know what I mean? But like so many of the flashlights out there, they're like 10,000 lumens. It's like, yeah, that's like way too many, man, for what I'm trying to do. Black with a red pin tip. 2105, 100 lumens, high definition pen light. Da, 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 da. That sounds awesome. That's also something that I like to hear because I'm not exactly easy on items. But if it's versatile and not too expensive, I can replace it when I wear one out. You know what I mean? Like my temperature gun. You know what I mean? It's just like I'll order another one from Amazon. I don't believe I spent more than $10 on that thing. But it's nice to be able to point and find out the temperature of things. You know what I mean? If that thing ever broke, I'd just replace it. Mm. I mean, if I tried to get my Corys to just hang out like mid glass and do the shimmy, you know what I mean? Like, I'd never get him to do it. But there he is. Golly gee. There we go. There's a 500. That's one you want to try? All right. Because that's something that everybody could use in the fish room, I believe. I'm out of coffee, folks. Let's hydrate. Let's get some water on this. Water time. Girthy. I'm definitely girthy. I have not lost weight. Everybody saw me at the Clash. I have I have gone dark. I live at night. I work on the weekend. I'm not seen in public often, but I'm changing my water. Changing my water. Occasionally getting out a box or two to the post office. Uh,
Yeah, so on the big rack behind me, I gotta change that water out tonight, and I gotta do the 75 gallon. Oh, and the tank below it. So I'll be changing some water, roughly three Minute Maid commercial trash cans worth of water. So it always takes a little bit more water to fill them up than it does to drain out, because I do have a lot of evaporation happen in my fish room. I'm running without lids. I have a collection of glass to cut and make lids with, but I have not done it yet, like all my projects. But yeah, I mean, it's perfectly fine. If I ever run out of fish room funds and stuff like that, there are plenty of projects that I've already bought all the stuff for and just never got around to doing. Like, as long as there's some fish food, as long as there's some fish food for the fish, you know what I mean? Like, we're good to go. It's upstairs water change night and your emergency tank downstairs as well. Okay. Well, your kids don't know what they're talking about, Gene. I'm feeling it. I'm in my Dunder Mifflin shirt. You know what I mean? Like, it's a nice light blue color. Works with my hazel eyes. You know what I mean? Like, I took a shower and shaved today. You know what I mean? Like, I watched the hair. You know, I mean, I'm trying. You know, this is as good as it gets, folks. And we've already gotten a low battery alarm on this tank that we're watching. So anytime now, it might just be me up here. We'll find out. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Lifetime. Um, if I was looking for information on the internet, I would trust information from Catfish Planet and stuff like that. And if somebody's doing something special to breed them, it might be listed there, or you might be able to. Uh, I don't. I can't think of off the top of my head who's breeding those. Um, that would know, but I feel like Ross Baltimore has been pretty friendly. Um, as far as like when I see him in live streams and stuff like that, like I feel like if he knew, he would tell you. Um, I think that the hobby, the general uh, hiding breeding information and stuff like that, so that you can have some sort of control over the market and stuff like that. I feel like that's an older way of thinking, and I feel like the current way of thinking, and especially in the social media where we're all sharing anyway. I feel like there's a higher percentage of people that are not gatekeeping and like really want people to be successful with their hobby and stuff like that. So uh, I feel like we're in a good climate as far as being able to find out that information. Right. Yeah. So only Oscars in your situation. And I think for these Corys as well, like I might need to actually, if I want to breed them, I have to look after the eggs myself. I know that that's going to be the case for the angels, but I think that has to do with my water quality as well. Um, got I've got a I've got an RO system, but I haven't ever hooked it up. So yeah, but I know that some quarries breed one way and other quarries breed another way, and like the different successes have been with like different ways of collecting the eggs. But yeah, when I moved everybody over here, there were five, and then there were four, and there's more than that in there now. So they're doing all right without me interfering. Yeah, June, that's definitely the case for the pepper quarries. Ah, Boots Cats with a nice suggestion. Separate the males and females, and then like let them run at each other. Huh. Yeah, Lifetime. I want to know. I want to know what you think. Well, I mean, I want to know what you find out. You know what I mean? Like, got to try different things. I'm watching gnats crawl across my screen. Oh boy. Yeah, so I'm hoping to change some water. I think I'm gonna clear the floor and sweep up first. There's a lot of with me dipping into the tanks and getting water all over the floor and messing with plants and stuff like that. I've thrown a bunch of stuff on the ground and now they're all dry and crackly. So before I start changing water, a little sweep up might help out. First class fish, welcome back. Yeah, they are, and you know they just need water, and this is not a place that's not going to have water in it. So, but yeah, I'm in the garage, so it's not outside, but it's not inside either. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I haven't been fish keeping for very long or anything like that, so I can only point people in the directions of information. You know what I mean? Like, and do that. I can't speak to what I can't speak to what I haven't done, and I haven't done much. But this is but I love this community here because we do have a lot of fish keepers in our chats and stuff like that that have like that kind of information and stuff like that, and everybody's willing to help out. If you ask that question in some of the larger channels chats and stuff like that, some are you're gonna have more luck some places than others and stuff like that. But anytime that there's like a large, like 80 people in a chat and stuff like that, um, you can ask a question in chat and actually get led to some really great information like instantaneously. So I mean, like, I love the times that we live in, you know what I mean? Because back in the day, all the fish keepers were separate. There was no internet or anything like that. So, you only had like a few chances, you know what I mean? If you're lucky, you had like a monthly fish club that you could go to, you know what I mean? And like asking people there, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, the internet has made this a lot cooler. Yeah, Boots Cats, that's what I was saying. I was like, I'm not sure that Stephen P has done the gold lasers. Um, but I mean, I know it's being done, so I know that you know what I mean. Like, I know the information is out there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's the impression that I've gotten as well. Boots Cats is that not all Cory species like have the same triggers. You know what I mean? And I guess that's knowing something. You know what I mean? Like, but like that's a lot of life. Oh, it depends. Yeah, I'm resisting like Cory sickness like real bad. Like, what was I was listening to Dan's stream earlier. He was talking about something. Oh, it was a honeycomb pleco. That's a bristle nose of some kind. And like, so a specialized bristle nose. I started thinking about that, and I was like, I'm like overwhelmed with brown bristle noses right now. Like, I don't actually need to be, and I've got two other species of common like bristle nose. I don't need any more bristle noses right now. You know what I mean? Like, got, and then my Cory sickness, like there's not any space on the bottom of any of my tanks. You know what I mean? All that's being taken up. No more floor species, my favorite. Anything with barbels that hangs down on the bottom of the tank is my favorite. I need to like start like working to stay at the top of the water, stuff like that. Of course, I probably need to put lids on too. You know what I mean? If they're at the top of the water, I need to keep them from jumping. Well, congratulations, Boots Cats. Why are you breaking out in hives? But you're catching a nap. You know what I mean? Like that's something. Well, I hope you figure out what's causing your hives and stay away from that. You know what I mean? So feel better, kid. But hey, man, Benadryl naps are a natural part of healing. Good for you. First class. Okay, so you just don't know what it was. Ah, jeez. Yeah, my wife got hives one time from a common antibiotic. I want to say it was doxycycline, and I was like, good, because she got an infection on her arm, presumably from like a bug bite, a mosquito or a spider bite or something like that. She ended up with an abscess, and then she couldn't keep the doxycycline down, like broke out in hives, and they were like, "Yeah, she's just gonna have to come in with some IV meds." And I was like, "Oh no." Uh, but we got it taken care of. Idiopathic anaphylaxis. Idiopathic meaning unknown origin. Dang oh. But yeah, anxiety can trigger it. Yeah, today you're at the dentist. Third time in 2 months. Yeah, man, that'll do it, kid. So hopefully you can get your dentist visits done, and it should calm down. Ah, yeah, that is something. That is a common one. I've heard about that. All right, Craig. Nice. I think I'd like to watch a movie this evening while I do my water changes. Put something on. George RB3, welcome in. Oh, my brother. Hey, man, you wanted Moscow females, right? About how many did you want, buddy? You're on my list, and I'll send you an email before I pack and send so that we can be on the same page and everything. Oh, well. Ah, a playlist. Yeah, Oscars. I've seen that one. Looked like it might be interesting. I watch most of my television while I'm at work. Um, and depending on what it is, I catch a live stream or other nonsense. Perfect. So yeah, I did my list so that I can focus on getting people things that they need out of the fish room, and talks about my work extending from 36 hours to 60 coming up coming up on the first. So for 3 weeks, gonna do a quick sprint. Um, but the money will be right. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, it's worth some money. Get those coffers up. A percentage of all overtime goes towards the fish room. That is how I afford to go places and do things and ship things and buy all that fish food. If anybody has not seen uh, Lake to Land's website with all the wonderful food options that she has, she's been making a lot of her own food and things like that. Do go by and check it out. Might be something you're looking for. I'll be ordering from there in the future. I want to try some of those things. Um, I was at the Clash and she had a booth at the Clash, so it was actually really cool because I spent a lot of time sitting in her booth. So I was picking up this or that and like looking at it and reading it and stuff like that. So I've like put my hands on the product and like looked at it and stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty happy with it. She gave me something, a couple of things to try, some samples, and that's fun. And oh, where can I get some good spirulina wafers from? Anybody anybody got some wafer knowledge? I bought a bunch from Ken's Fish. I didn't notice that it was messing up the tank that bad, but Vibes doesn't like it. Um, and I was thinking about possibly ordering some from somewhere other than Ken's, but I don't know where to go. So, um, oh, I had a tank full of red tails. I'm not really selling anything right now. I mean, I've got these 5 orders that I've got here basically take care of the rest of these guys. Oh, hold on, wrong way. I had a bunch of red tails, and they were wait this way. There we go. These red swordtails, like I had 60 more than this in this tank, and I was like, look, man, I got to move these guys out of here. I could start another tank, but like that's not actually helping me. They were doing so well, and there's baby fish in here right now. There's some small babies like down here at the bottom in the bottom corner. There you You can see a couple flitting around. So like the next generation's being born right now. So these orders pretty much take care of this right here. But other fish that I have for well, you got your mutt gumply indlers right here that are a combination of these indlers and these purple Moscows. So I have some purple Moscows in excess and brown bristle, common brown bristle noses, and that's about it right now. These are the adult swordtails. Of course, they like to hide in the back, so we'll chase them out of here. There we go. Now they go hide over there. But yeah, so the adults are fairly big. I'm waiting for them to do some work in here. So yeah, I'll have some more by spring for sure. So that's what I've got going on right now. So yeah, so it's just the excesses of my live bearers that have like taken off and done really, really well. You know what I mean? So that, and I'm thinking that that is just going to be part of having this fish room and having those fish is that I'm going to always have those live bearers. So yeah, I'll always have those available, more than likely. Oh, Jeff, that's, I tell you, man, I really enjoy the talks at the different events and stuff like that. I'm really more focused on that than I have been in the past. The like I think I was telling my mom earlier. She was asking what I'd been up to, and I said I've been mailing fish, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been putting my fish in the mail and like mailing them to people like in other states." And she's like, "What are you? That's a thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's part of the hobby." You know what I mean? Like I don't think that I don't think that I like it as much, but I mean, it's part of it. You know what I mean? Like I think that I'll get it done, but like I don't want to. I don't know the boxing my fish and shipping them. It's like I don't know. Seems like work. But I think that it's worth it when it's, you know, like somebody that I know that I hang out with and stuff like that. We're trading fish and stuff like that because I know for a fact that I love it when I have some fish that I got from somebody in particular. You know what I mean? Like in my fish room, like yeah, and I got that from so and so. You know what I mean? It's like it's fun. So, but yeah, I just want to be like small trading with my other hobbyists and stuff like that. Like I don't want to necessarily like open up a shop, you know what I mean, or anything. I don't have like grand ideas to like supplant my job and break free and be a full-time fish room hobbyist. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I ain't got the gumption. I'm willing to say it. I'll say it to your face. I ain't got the gumption. You know what I mean? Some people do. Latoya does. She does. She's like opening like a food business. Like she's got a oh, what was it? It's like a bio ball type thing. So it grows like a thick biofilm like on top of it. They're these little balls, and I was like, that's pretty cool, man. My shrimp are dwindling too. Yeah, only Oscars. You know what I'm talking about. Hmm. Probably. But June doesn't mess around. She's got big fish. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've had a wonderful evening. And thank you for all of the great talk tonight. And thank you, as always, for tuning into my fish room. I'll see you guys around the streams. I appreciate your time. Thank you.